Have you ever felt like your childhood wasn't really about you? That you were an extension of your parents' ego? If you succeeded, they looked good. If you failed, you were a disgrace. This is the biopic of the golden child and the scapegoat, the two roles children are often forced to play in a narcissist's personal play. If this sounds familiar, stick around. Today, we're talking about being raised by a narcissistic parent, what it means to be their living trophy, and how you can finally step off the pedestal and live for yourself. Let's start with a core concept: conditional love. In a healthy parent-child relationship, love is unconditional. It's a safe base you can always return to, no matter what. But for the child of a narcissist, love is a transaction. It's something you earn. You feel loved when you get straight A's, when you win the soccer championship, when you play the piano flawlessly at the family gathering. These achievements aren't celebrated as your accomplishments. They're celebrated as reflections of their superior parenting. The praise isn't for you, it's for them, through you. This creates an environment of constant performance anxiety. You're always on stage, and the moment you falter, the applause stops. The love is withdrawn. This isn't just about disappointment. It's about a deep, cutting withdrawal of affection and approval that feels like a total rejection of your being. You learn from a very young age that your worth is not inherent. It's measured by your performance. This conditions you to become a people pleaser, not just with your parent, but in all future relationships, constantly seeking external validation because you were never taught how to validate yourself. Now let's talk about the two starring roles in this drama, the golden child and the scapegoat. Sometimes one child is cast as the golden child, the embodiment of everything the narcissistic parent wants to be. This child can do no wrong. Their successes are magnified and broadcast to the world. They are the parent's favorite, the living proof of their greatness. It might sound like a privileged position, but it's a gilded cage. The golden child lives in constant fear of falling from grace. They carry the immense pressure of maintaining this perfect image, an image that isn't even theirs. Their identity is completely merged with the parent's ego. Then there's the scapegoat. This is the child who gets blamed for everything. They are the family's designated problem. If the golden child is the symbol of the parent's success, the scapegoat is the receptacle for all their frustrations, failures, and self-hatred. Nothing the scapegoat does is ever good enough. Their achievements are dismissed or downplayed, while their mistakes are amplified and used as evidence of their inherent flaws. The parent projects all their own insecurities onto this child. This is an incredibly damaging role to play, leading to deep-seated feelings of worthlessness, shame, and a belief that you are fundamentally unlovable. It's important to understand that these roles can be fluid. A golden child can become a scapegoat overnight if they start to express their own identity or fail to meet the parent's expectations. Sometimes, siblings are pitted against each other, forced to compete for the parent's conditional love. This toxic dynamic is designed to maintain control. When the children are divided, they can't unite against the manipulator. The entire family system revolves around servicing the narcissist's fragile ego. This leads to a profound and devastating consequence: identity erasure. When you spend your entire life trying to be what someone else wants you to be, you never get the chance to discover who you actually are. Think about it. What are your favorite hobbies? What kind of music do you genuinely enjoy? What are your dreams for your life? For many adult children of narcissists, these questions are met with a blank. You might know what you were supposed to like. Maybe you were pushed into law school because your parent wanted a lawyer in the family, or you played a sport you hated because it made them proud. Your desires were irrelevant, or worse, they were seen as an act of rebellion. Choosing a different path was a personal insult to the parent. So you learned to suppress your own feelings, your own interests, your own personality, until there was nothing left. You became a hollow version of yourself, perfectly molded to their specifications. This is why so many adult children of narcissists feel lost, empty, or like they're just an actor playing a part in their own lives. The real you was never allowed to develop. And what happens when you do try to assert yourself? When you try to deviate from the script? That's when the guilt trips begin. The classic line, "After everything I've done for you," is not an expression of love or sacrifice. It's a weapon. It's emotional blackmail designed to make you feel indebted and selfish for wanting a life of your own. They will list every sacrifice, real or imagined, that they ever made. They'll remind you of the money they spent, the opportunities they gave up, all to frame your desire for autonomy as the ultimate betrayal. This is a powerful manipulation tactic because it preys on your natural sense of duty and love as a child. You feel a crushing weight of guilt for simply wanting to be yourself. They make you believe that your independence is hurting them, that your happiness comes at the cost of theirs. This keeps you trapped in a cycle of obligation, forever trying to repay a debt that can never be paid. The goal is simple: to keep you under their control, to ensure you continue to serve your purpose as an extension of their ego. So, how do you break free? How do you escape this role of the living trophy? The first and most crucial step is liberation, and it starts with awareness. Recognizing and naming the dynamic for what it is narcissistic abuse is incredibly empowering. You need to understand that it was not your fault. You were a child. You were not unlovable, difficult, or flawed. You were reacting to an unhealthy and abusive environment. The next step is to begin cutting the strings. This doesn't always mean cutting off contact completely, although for some, it is the only way to heal. It means setting firm boundaries. It means learning to say no without feeling guilty. It means detaching emotionally from their reactions. When they try to guilt trip you, you learn to see it as the manipulation tactic it is, rather than a reflection of your character. You stop seeking their approval because you realize it will always be conditional and it will never be enough. This is where you begin the journey of finding your own voice. It's a process of rediscovery, or in many cases, discovery for the very first time. You get to ask yourself those questions you were never allowed to ask. What do I want? What brings me joy? It can feel strange and even selfish at first, because you've been conditioned to put their needs first. Give yourself permission to be a beginner at being yourself. Try new things. Explore hobbies you were curious about. Listen to different music. Travel to places you want to see. This process is not easy, and it often requires support. Therapy with a professional who understands narcissistic abuse can be life-changing. Support groups, either online or in person, can also be invaluable, as connecting with others who have had similar experiences can shatter the isolation you've felt for so long. They can validate your reality and show you that you are not alone. Healing is about reparenting yourself. It's about giving yourself the unconditional love, acceptance, and validation you never received. It's about learning that your worth is inherent. You don't have to perform for it. You don't have to earn it. You are worthy simply because you exist. The golden child and the scapegoat are just roles. They are not who you are. Your true identity is waiting to be discovered, and you have the right to live an authentic life on your own terms, not as a reflection of someone else, but as the unique, valuable person you have always been. It's your story to write now. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing. Share your experiences in the comments below. You never know who you might help by doing so. Take care and be kind to yourself.